You spoke before the game about needing to come straight out of the park. So to go and try convert a trade down, how much of a pleasing factor was the fact that you found a way then to get back 31 runs?
Yeah, look, I didn't think we just started the game poorly. I thought we did it right. Just big RG, once he got going and he was able to free his arms and get a couple of offloads away, that put us under some real pressure, and that resulted in a try for them. But I didn't at any stage in that first sort of 10 or 15 minutes think that we weren't up for the game or we weren't right in the contest. And then we had a couple of moments go our way. We were good enough to cash in, and that's exactly what we want to be as a team.
Yeah. You talked about drawing a line in the sand. Like it's crucial now that you build on this and keep on supporting it.
Yep, yeah, 100%. Like I just, it's actually hard. That's why you applaud teams like Leinster who continue to win and keep finding a way to win, and they stay on the top of the heap. That's not an easy thing to do, and we've found a little bit of a way at the moment, but we've got to find other ways to keep getting better and to get closer to that level. So we again, it's a good night tonight, but we're far from the finished product. I think we've got a big ceiling. We'll just keep working every day to try and get closer to
it. Clayton, do you think after performance there should be more than 4 months of players in your squad?
I don't select the sides, so I've got no opinion on that. All our guys can do is just go out and give a good account of themselves and force a question.
Tadhg, on Ireland, it's an unusual scenario for yourself. Like, you played one game for Munster, now you switch your focus to the All Blacks in Chicago. How much confidence and sort of comfort do you take being able to hit the ground running like that in that game, because you're going to be facing a team who's going off the back of the championship, obviously?
Yeah, look, it's difficult in terms of game minutes to just go into a hot international game like that. But as Faz would say to us, no excuses. We have to just get on with it. Like that's the circumstances we'll be in, and we're more than good enough to still get out there and get a win without all of us having the game minutes that would have been ideal if we weren't all on the grounds. Whatever there was, 16 of us, so there will be no excuses. We'll roll up the sleeves. We'll get the work done next week, and I'm sure we'll have a pretty tough session the end of next week that will be replicate of a game, so we'll feel like we've played at least 2 anyway.
Clayton, will you be able to share any insights with Tadhg or the other lads about the All Blacks before they head off?
Not really, no. They're, I guess the benefit that they've had is they've played 9 test matches, I think, so they'll come battle hardened, but I think Tiger's the performance that he put out there today suggests that you can actually front up on the back of very little rugby and still perform. So it'll be a fascinating contest. Get out the popcorn.
Tadhg, you're obviously later back in something that's given the Leinster call. You got back into Munster and got going. Did it feel very different? So, what do you mean, sorry? In terms of getting back to Munster, they started pre-season, you were delayed by the Leinster, obviously. So when you got back into the field, like a different kind of
it was a bit different for me because I actually ended up getting surgery on my elbow in the off season, so I was kind of on an injury return to play, so I wasn't straight back in with the team, and which actually probably helped in terms of slowly gelling, getting to know all the new kind of new plays or the new systems, all that kind of stuff, and slowly integrate back into the group. Kind of sat back, let Craig and Beirne do their thing, not overstep. They were leading the team at the time, and then I slowly integrated back into it, and hopefully I did a good enough job.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, did you notice anything though in terms of how they set the place up a little bit? What's helped?
Yeah, no, the vibe around the place is brilliant. People are enjoying it. Clayton himself has brought that good. I suppose I hate using the word culture, but I suppose it is a culture, a different type of culture than probably what we had over the last year. It's been brilliant. He's obviously brought great people with him, with Ferks and Brad, and they've brought a lot of energy to the group. And everything that I've been involved with so far, it's been really enjoyable, and I think you can see that within the group. We've used a lot of players over the last couple of games, and lads have gotten opportunities, and we're winning as well, which helps. So everything's positive.
So just on the Munster players, just as captain, how tuned in do you have to be there with the lads to deal with that frustration, disappointment when you lose such a big game?
Yeah, look, it's a tough time for those who were hoping to be in there. You also have to look at these kind of games as opportunities to, put in a performance, to ask questions, and get in the minds of the selectors of the Irish team going forward after this. The sport is it's full of roller coasters, and it's tough not to be selected, but it doesn't mean you're not going to be selected in the future. So you have to brush yourself off as quickly as possible, just like you do after a loss, and put in performances to make the decision unbelievably difficult for the selectors going forward.
Just to that point, if players who repeat performances like that, they are going to force that issue with testing of the ability.
That's the only thing that they can do. Well, like Tadhg said, the decisions have been made now. We get right in behind the whole Irish squad, particularly our guys that have been selected. We're right behind them, and we'll soldier on, and we'll hopefully let our performances speak for themselves. And as Tadhg said, somewhere down the road, hopefully that's rewarded in selection. But team's been named, the disappointment's been felt, and we just celebrate tonight, really. Yeah.